Hi friends, welcome to my channel Tech Developer. In my last videos I have shown you how you can disable the form login and how you can maintain the stateless session using the custom HTTP security configuration. And in this video I will show you that even if we have configured the HTTP security, we have not configured yet the authentication part, that how the HTTP means a request will be authenticated, means who will authenticate it, and means the how, where the username, password, or whatever kind of authentication you want will be provided. So for that custom configuration authentication, you need to right click on and go to the source, go to override and implemented method, and go to configure authentication manager builder. In this authentication manager builder, we will define that what kind of authentication manager we want. So there are in-building authentication manager, the JDBC template authentication manager, and LDAP also there. So let me show you that what kind of authentication managers are there. So we have in-memory authentication and JDBC authentication and LDAP authentication, and these are the authentication which we can configure here according to our need, that how the authentication will be provided. So let me also explain you that what is the difference between the in-memory authentication, JDBC, and LDAP. So in-memory authentication, which will be that all the user related details will be stored inside the memory, means no any other uh, database will be required. And in JDBC, basically the database will be required, and the it will also uh, means the database which you are using in your application dot properties, that will connect with it, and it will use that table which will be required to find that details inside the database, and then it will be authenticated. And another thing is also related to the LDAP similarly. So after this means first of all we have to define that which kind of authentication we want, and inside that other related configuration will be required for that kind of authentication. And then finally, to authenticate, basically the user detail service is to be used. So on that custom provided configuration type or the authentication type, so user detail service will be also required. So if we will go with the in-memory authentication, the default user detail service will be used, in which it will find the data from the map or the in-memory authentication or the in-memory database. So I will explain you each and everything in more details further. So let's just start with that. So for that, in this video, in the further videos, I am going to use the in-memory authentication. So first of all, we need to call this method in-memory authentication. So basically, they are using the builder design pattern internally. So it will be using that, calling that method and that method and deeply like this. And finally, it will build the authentication manager builder. So for that, we are using the in-memory authentication. And now in-memory authentication, we have to provide uh, the means the user means the in-memory authentication will be with this user, and inside the user there are user builder or the user details. So suppose I am using the user details. So new user details. So these are the new user details, or you can give the default version ID, and now each and every detail we need to provide here. So let's add the details first, then I will let you know that what further things are required. Okay, so first it is asking for that is enabled. Is enabled, that indicate whether the user is enabled or disabled. A disabled user cannot be authenticated. So first of all, what I am trying to say, that user detail contain these details, and it will create the user for inside the in-memory database. So for that, we have already some user details here, that which was configured using the Spring Security default user password and roles. So let's add this. Let's take this in our configuration class using the @value private string. I'm saying the username @value dollar, inside the dollar curly bracket the property name will be there, and we need to import the @value, and after that we have to provide the password, and the provided password is here with this key. Where it is, web security config, and instead of that we have to replace with this key, and similarly the role will be there, private string role, or you can say the role of user, and that will come from this roles. So let's say this roles, and @value, and the key will be roles. So we have now the username, password, and the roles that we have defined here. So what I am trying to do is, I will just update this. The username will be the username that is in our this username, and similarly the password will be the password. And about the granted authorities, so granted authority implemented done with the simple granted authorities. Switch user means there are different implementation for the granted authorities. So we will use the simple granted authorities that are used for the string representation of the roles, and we have already have the string representation of the roles of the user. So for that, we will say that granted authority simple granted authorities, new simple granted authority, and the role will be roles. So basically right now what we have only the single role here. So otherwise if I'll give with the comma, then we need to create the means looping of this with the iteration of comma separated values, and then what we need to do is arrays dot as list, and we are saying that new simple granted authorities with the roles will be provided. So means inside a simple collection of the list, it is saying that we have only one object that is contained with this roles, that is the admin role. So it is saying basically that we are using the authentication with the in-memory authentication, and in-memory authentication contains the user with these user details, that it is enabled, yes, the user is enabled, and credentials is non-expired, Okay. And is account non-logged? That is also true. Is account non-expired? Yes, also it should be true. The username of that user is this, password is this, and it has this rules. So we have just configured here that we have all these authentication, in memory authentication, and with this user. Okay. Then after that, I will explain you in another video. Right now we are just good with the this configuration, that we have just given the authentication related configuration with the custom string security. And in further part, I will show you that how we can give our custom authentication. Means we have just given the details here that these are the user, means this is a user which will be available in the in memory, and the authentication will be the in memory authentication. So for that in memory authentication, we have just the user provided. Now we will need to provide the authentication, or the uh, user detail service also, or such all the other things. So before that, we need to use a password encoder also. So that other details I will cover you in the next videos. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Bye for now. If you are new to my channel, I request you kindly subscribe this channel. And if you are already a subscriber and watching my videos, I really thanks to you for watching my videos and supporting me. So thank you for watching this video, guys. Bye for now. Take care.